Camila Reynolds had everything, or so it appeared. Tech CEO, self-made millionaire, featured on Forbes' Women Under 40 to Watch. But no one was watching when she emotionally collapsed. For years, Camila had poured her soul into building her empire. She burned through friends, assistants, even 2 marriages. Her only son, Lucas, grew up in luxury, but not in love. She thought throwing money at his future would make up for her absence. Private schools, elite tutors, a Tesla for his 18th birthday. But Lucas didn't want her money. He wanted her attention, and when he didn't get it, he disappeared. 2 years ago, he stopped calling, changed his number, moved to Tokyo, left behind a single message. I don't want your money. I wanted a mother. Since I never had one, don't pretend now. Camila never spoke about him again, but the silence was killing her. Until one rainy night in the backstreets of downtown Chicago, everything shattered. Across the city, 11-year-old Jaden had nothing. No parents, no suit, no headline, just a scar across his eyebrow from a foster home he barely remembered. He hadn't been to school in months. No one noticed. No one cared. He slept in doorways and picked leftovers from trash cans behind cheap diners. That night, Jaden was curled behind a dumpster near 9th Avenue. The bakery next door tossed old pastries, and they still had sugar on them. He was just about to doze off when he heard it, a woman shouting, then a man, then another. He peeked from behind the bins. 2 men in dark coats had a woman pinned to a brick wall. One held a metal pipe, the other had her purse. You scream, we end it, one hissed. She was already bleeding. Her high heels were broken. She looked expensive, way too expensive for this part of town. Jaden's first instinct was to run. But then she looked at him, just for a second. Her bruised eyes locked with his. And in that instant, he felt something, like someone saw him, like someone needed him. The men left after she collapsed. They laughed as they walked away, one swinging the pipe like a trophy. Jaden waited. Then he ran to her. She was breathing, barely. He pulled a cracked burner phone from his back pocket and dialed. His hands shook. She's bleeding, he told the operator. Please send someone. She's hurt real bad. Her hand clutched his wrist. He looked down. Tears streamed from her eyes. You're the first person, she whispered, her voice gravelly, who didn't walk away. He swallowed hard. If I die here, she coughed, just know you saved more than my life. You saved my faith in people. Then she whispered, I wish my own son had your heart. That broke him. A tear slipped down his cheek before he could stop it. He stayed with her until the ambulance came. He didn't wait for thanks, didn't give his name. When the sirens arrived, he disappeared into the shadows, because kids like him don't get remembered, but someone might try. Camila Reynolds woke to the rhythmic beep of hospital monitors. Her head throbbed. Her ribs ached. Her eyes were swollen. But she was alive. She tried to sit up. A nurse held her gently. Easy, Ms. Reynolds. You've been through a lot. Her voice rasped. The boy. Where is he? What boy? The nurse asked. The one who called, who stayed. He saved me. Surveillance footage showed the alley, the attack, but never caught Jaden's face. When the police asked for a description, she whispered, he was small, young, brave. She repeated his words and hers. Her voice cracked every time. 2 weeks later, Camila left the hospital, but she didn't go back to her penthouse. Instead, she asked her driver to take her to every shelter, soup kitchen, and youth center in the city. For days, she searched. Until one evening, just before dusk, she saw him, curled under a highway underpass, fast asleep, arms around a tattered jacket. Jaden, she whispered. He startled awake. Wait, I didn't take anything, he said, backing up. No, she replied, hands raised gently. You gave me everything. He narrowed his eyes. "Why are you here?" She swallowed, knelt beside him. "Because you saved me, and I haven't stopped thinking about you since. I owe you, not just my life. I owe you a future." He didn't trust her, not at first. But she didn't flash her wealth. She didn't make promises. She just showed up every day, with food, with blankets, with time. She sat next to him and talked, just so he'd stop feeling invisible. And slowly, Jaden let her in. Months later, Jaden moved into a safe home Camila funded. She arranged tutoring, therapy, a second chance. She didn't rush him. She just showed up. One night, over dinner, he asked, "Why are you really helping me?" She looked at him, her eyes wet. "Because in my worst moment, when the world walked away, you stayed. And I'll never forget that." He smiled slightly. "Can I call you Miss Cammy?" She laughed for the first time in years. "Only if I can call you kiddo." As Jaden rebuilt his life, Camila sought justice. Using her resources, she worked with detectives to find the men who had attacked her. It took months. One tried to flee the country. The other was arrested on separate charges, but had the same metal pipe in his bag. They were both convicted. Camila testified, calm, unshaken. When asked why she pursued it so fiercely, she said, "Because boys like Jaden shouldn't grow up in a world where men like that walk free." 2 years later, at a youth leadership summit, Camila helped sponsor a teenager in a clean button-up shirt stepped to the microphone. It was Jaden. "I used to sleep in an alley," he began. "The kind of place where people don't see you, where you don't matter. But then I helped someone, and she remembered me, and that changed everything." He looked at Camila in the front row and smiled. "Now I want to help others, because no one's invisible forever, not if one person believes in you." The room erupted in applause. Camila wiped a tear, not from pain, but from pride, because once she nearly died in the dark. But now, standing under the lights, was the boy who brought her back to life and was building his own. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more emotional, dramatic, and unexpected tales. Let us know in the comments where in the world you're watching from. We love hearing your stories. Until next time, stay kind, stay curious, and keep watching.